Hey guys, on this episode we're starting our restoration of our old houseboat, the Enigma. Okay, to understand why there's a 45-year-old houseboat sitting out in the driveway, I've got to tell you the story of the Enigma. So until 2006, the Enigma was a Mississippi river boat. And then a guy bought it and had it shipped to Lake Texoma. And then the very next year, a storm hit Lake Texoma, destroyed the marina that the boat was in, and totaled out the houseboat. And it actually ended up on the Oklahoma news in 2008 when this happened.
People rolled through Lake Texoma packing a punch. The weather tossed boats and brought down boat houses. Mary Joseph tells us the weather is wearing on businesses getting ready for the busy boating season.
It's a calm breeze now floating across Lake Texoma, but the damage indicates a violent storm early Thursday morning.
Pretty wild, pretty windy, and had, 4.5, 5 foot waves coming in here.
Coming in and batting around boats, some easily worth $500,000. 2 boathouses and this houseboat were totaled at Soldier Creek Marina. Many of the boats sailed through the storm with minimal damage, but others, like this now belly-up deck boat, did not fare so well.
It had to be a tornado. That's my opinion.
Although there are no official reports of tornadoes in the area, from the shore, from the water, and from Sky News 9 HD, it's clear the damage was extensive.
So after this storm, I saw an ad for the boat, and the guy wanted $6,500 for it because it was totaled out by the insurance company. So I called Brandon and said, hey, we should buy this boat. Let's split it. And he said, okay. So we drove up there and we bought this boat. What? Right. And it is working. Brandon's driving. The wake is huge off of this thing. Woo! Yeah, get her down.
What are these for?
Oh, that's the spotlight.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Hey, fire those engines up for a second. I'm gonna go get some audio of these. These engines sound really good. All right, fire these up here. Things to be fixed. The broken piece right here. All right, let's go in here. This thing. All right. It's got 2 air conditioners. One right there, one right there. You can see out. Oh, down into the ghetto here. See, we need some kind of an interior designer. The back glass we have to put back in. Pink cabinets, what in the world were they thinking? Well, cabinets everywhere though. Here, toilet, sink, shower. Dude, it's got the detachable, looks like a telephone. Alright, the pink curtains have to go. God. In the front here, we got bedroom. Look at this wiring in here. That is not going to be fun to figure out. You see out the front of this thing, at least. Hey, what are you doing up here?
Dude, you can't tie worth crap.
I don't know how to tie knots. I'm giving the tour of this thing real quick. So we knew it needed a lot of work. The fiberglass was messed up, the railings were ripped off of it, and then the owners had some interesting color choices. They had the pink walls, the red carpet, pink shades. So we spent the next couple years fixing it up. We put new carpet in, we repainted everything, we made new railings, we turned the kitchen into a bar. And then over the next 10 years, we all had a blast on this boat together. But all things must come to an end, of course. So a couple years ago, the floor started to bow up in the middle really bad. You couldn't even open some of the doors because they would just hit the floor. So we knew the stringers were shot and that this thing needed to come out of the water to get fixed up. And to top it off, over the winter during COVID, some meth heads broke into the boat, trashed it, and stole all kinds of stuff out of it. Okay, so this is pretty much how we found it. Over the winter, the people that broke into it just ransacked the place. They left some things that make no sense. So they took the stereo system, they left one of the anchors, they left these shore power cords. These are about $90 a piece new. They're still $70 a piece on eBay. There's two of them there. They left these chairs. But then they took stuff that's worth nothing. Like they took paper plates and plastic silverware. They did raid the liquor cabinet. They broke a lot of glasses. They emptied the fridge. But they took we had a mini fridge, wine cooler deal in this cabinet. So they took that. We had a bunch of kitchenware stuff up here, blender, things like that. They stole it. Down in the front bedroom here, this is really bad looking. Let's see. All right, so they cleared out the cabinets. They took all my tools, things like that. They took the light fixtures apart, took the light bulbs out of them. So they spent the time to do that. So after the meth heads destroyed the inside of the boat, the floor was coming up in the middle. I made the decision to have the boat hauled out of the water, brought to my house, and decided we would spend the next couple years fixing it up. So that catches you up to today. The last thing I want to show you, I'll take you outside, is we want to chop the boat in half and put a piece of another boat in the middle and make it bigger so more of our friends can hang out. Sounds pretty dumb. We're going to try it anyway. I'll go show you. Okay, so here's the idea behind cutting the boat in half. So we needed some windows. Some of these windows are broken. I needed a generator because the generator died. And I found a lady with the same boat. She had this boat sitting in her yard, and she said I could buy it for dirt cheap and take whatever we needed. So we could take all the windows, railings, anything we needed, the generator, as long as we chopped the boat up. So that's what we did. We went down there, took all the stuff we needed, we started chopping the boat up, and somewhere along the way, we thought, let's keep a section of the boat and bring it back with us, and we can chop this boat in half and make it longer. So that's what we thought we'd do. So we got this little section here and brought it back with us.
Just keep going.
You got it.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
On that bump.
Whoops.
You okay?
We missed it.
What's wrong?
A piece of fucking paneling flew out.
You okay?
Yeah, I missed it.
So you can see we got some other pieces. Some of the front stuff that broke off, so we can get that up on there. And then we've got this section right here. It's 7 feet long. Their boat was brown, but it's a replica. And you can see this boat had the same kind of issues with the stringers that fell apart. Look at the wood. It just turned to leaves. This is exactly what happened in the Enigma. So these things were built, at least the way these were built, they're not cord hulls. So a lot of boats now, they'll do real thin fiberglass, wood, and then fiberglass on top. So if water gets into the hull, it just ruins pretty much the entire boat. At least back in the 60s and 70s, they were just fiberglass only. So you only have to kind of replace the stringers on these. You can restore these old boats. It's not as bad. Okay, so the next episode, we're gonna get up in there, start ripping the interior out. We've got to get the engines out of the back, the generator out of the back. And then I've drawn up in SketchUp some software, what I think the boat would look like, because we're gonna change the color, change the inside up. So I'll show you guys that next time. See y'all later.